Look at that. The trigger turns on my high beams. Just like it should. Oh man, the other day when I was riding this, another friend who has a bike just like mine, this generation of the Ninja 650, he said something about how you can use a trigger to turn your high beams. Like, my bike doesn't have it. He goes, yes it does. Like, no, I'm telling you it does. He goes, no, I'm telling you it does. I have the same bike as you. I have a trigger that does that. And I looked at it and I was like, what the heck? How did I not know that was there? But it's really like cool. I didn't realize my bike had that. I should have ridden earlier to record something, but I really didn't have time. I didn't want to go out when it was 90 plus degrees. I didn't feel like it. I thought I'd rather wait until it's pretty late. And unfortunately for me, oh, Christmas lights. I actually want to go this way. Unfortunately for me, it's pretty late. It's actually not that late. It's only 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. I'm pretty tired, but like the good thing about riding this late is there's hardly anybody out here. And I do like going out when it's dark. Also, I have my clear visor and I put the anti-fog insert in here, so now I can ride at night and I'm good and neato. I thought I was going to be on the Super Duke today. What a cute, tame engine. It sounds good, it's just nice and quiet. I thought I was going to be on the Super Duke today, but I made a huge mistake. I'm having, oh, McJeep, I'm going to check that out. I'm having a big thing installed on the bike. I don't know if I mentioned what it was. In case I hadn't, I won't, so it'll be the secret. No bumper. What's going on with his steering stabilizer? Does he have one? Yeah, that's a steering stabilizer. All right. He's got a whole bunch. He's got a GoPro dash cam. That's what's up. He's got the same steps on the back that I have. That's what's up. He's on his way to modding that thing a lot. He's got a lot of stuff on that Jeep. The part that is being shipped to the bike is on the other side of the country in California, and I for some reason thought the part would be available here sooner, like a whole week sooner, but no, I dropped off the bike like a whole week early. So it turns out it's been sitting not with me for a week when I could have been using it, so that's kind of a drag and I feel stupid, but you know, I have a second bike, so it's really not that big a deal as long as I'm not being prissy like I want a bike that goes really fast. And this one's good. This is exactly what I wanted, because I think this is the last bike I did a night ride with. And by a night ride, I mean like a Finally Friday night ride. Obviously, I didn't have the Super Duke back whenever that was, but this just feels right. Right now, I wish for a few things. I wish I was younger and more reckless, and I wish I had a smaller and more reckless motorcycle, like a supermoto, and I could just go whoop, 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 up and off of the curbs, but I'm just too old. Too old for that now. I'm so old. So I mentioned at the very end of the video last week that I'm going to be traveling to Kansas and Colorado, and I'm having mini meets there. And if you want to see me in those two places, please check out my Twitter. My Twitter is in the description. And I think, I'm not sure, I know I'm going to be in Georgia probably right after that. I'll probably have a meet up there too. So I haven't announced it yet because I don't know that I will, but if I do, that's where it's going to be. So please follow that if you want to know when. I should probably make a video about my gear later. I've made a gear video like last year, so I think it might be a little too soon. Come on, get up, pony. I think I got a little pony here instead of like a stallion. It's not slow, it's just slower than my Super Duke, so it feels like a little whee. Anyway, I'm really disappointed with this. Not the jacket, I love the jacket, but what I did with the neck is not good. So I got the summer version of the jacket I was wearing for the winter time, and I took the winter hood piece off. It's literally like a detachable hood that goes on your neck. I took that off and I pinned it onto this jacket because I think the hood looks cool. Obviously I don't use the hood, especially not in the summertime, but I thought it looks cool. I think it's the pins that I put in there, but they're just rubbing against my neck. It might be the pins, it might be the collar of this jacket. Maybe I should save this kind of complaint for later if I was doing like a jacket review. Other than that, I like the jacket, but geez, my neck is so uncomfortable. I fixed one problem and I created another problem, because I fixed the problem of that hood whipping my neck on that winter hoodie by pinning the corners down. But for some reason on this, man, I don't know if it's the pins or not. I just think this collar is just really abrasive. I can't tell. It's actually pretty warm out still. It's 80 and really humid, so I'm just like all sticky, but I've been outside for a few hours now, not just riding, so I'm feeling it. Okay, ready to be responsible adults, hit the gas. This is a bumpy road, but we're gonna give it a go. Okay, that's a flashing light. That's right, that's a ghost light right there. Ghost using Morse code. Full throttle. This is full throttle right now. See, oh, I'm so spoiled in my mind. It's like, if something's wrong with my bike, it's not going. It's not even moving. Only 84? Nothing. That's really weird. Like the Super Duke, I can rarely full throttle that. You got to be like in a high gear, already going fast or something, and you can't just ring it at full throttle because it'll just throw you off the bike. Come on, full speed. You like it. It's literally turning the throttle all the way. Nothing. This is like a Grom to me. So small, so slow, so cute. I feel like I should talk about Groms because I have been humoring them. I've been looking at them online, and I just think, like, wouldn't it be hilarious to have a Grom? And I get people who ask me legitimately, should I get a Grom? And the problem I have when I look at them, and the thing I would say to anybody else is, for the price of a Grom, which is $3,300 new, you can probably get one used for $3,000, you know. Ghost is following me. It just turned off that light when I went by. You could get one for $3,000, but you know what else you could get for $3,000? This bike probably. I got this for $3,250. That's a really good. I mean, this isn't even. It wasn't even bad condition. It was like, was it almost 4,000 miles? Not even quite. For that money, you can get a much higher performing machine. I think that's the problem with the Grom. It kind of, for the price, falls under, what would you call that, novelty. It's not really practical. Like, if that bike was 2,000 new, then hell yeah, that's actually like a good contender. But I think people who get it are people who get it as like a second bike or like a joke bike, or it's for fun. I don't think anyone would actually get that as a serious motorcycle. I don't think a lot of people actually get the Grom for their first bike. It doesn't mean it makes a bad first bike, but you can't just use that bike, and you gotta try something bigger. And I guess he's got a stop light or stop sign. You gotta get to something bigger, and it doesn't seem to last people for very long until they get, you know, they outgrow it. And I mean, I just wouldn't buy one unless it was just so cheap where it's like, how could you not just have this as an extra bike sitting around? So that's why I haven't bought one, in case anyone was wondering. I'm hungry. I don't know what I want. For some reason I thought I was gonna go to McDonald's, but I just want something. I know they're open, so I'll just go in there and I'll be back. As I was walking into the store, I realized, like, oh yeah, I don't have a backpack. I usually have a backpack, but as part of my summer wears, I decided I'm just going to try to not wear one, so I can get more air on my back, and my jacket actually has a place for airflow. I'm still not used to these gloves. These are the, basically the summer versions of the winter ones I always use. I'm going to talk about those later. So, I was like, well, in a pinch, you can always put your snack in a grocery bag. I know I'm not the only person who does that, and I was just thinking, this bike has LEDs. I've moved away from LEDs as I've gotten older, and as I've moved away to a place that discriminates more against fun. But I thought, now that I'm staying in a parking lot, that was the wrong button. Let's try it again. It's this one, right? No? I think I had it right. Yeah, I hit the wrong button. Okay, yeah. I miss having underglowing LEDs and stuff. Yeah, my Duke doesn't have this. This is the last bike I've made with it, and I don't know, like I said, I'm getting older. I think I'm moving away from it, which is kind of interesting. I was thinking about that earlier. I don't know what the significance of that is, but as long as you don't have anything heavy. Oh, I forgot milk. Well, I couldn't have fit that anyway. I'll just have to survive on milk until, well, next time I come back to the store. That's fine. That's a totally legitimate. It's turning into a parachute. No, it's going to work. It's going to work. Uh-oh. I already got caught. Hell yeah, he don't slouch. Dude, he's dragging a chain on the back or something, because first of all I heard it, and then I could see there's sparks flying on the back of that thing. That's interesting. He's going faster than me. Jesus, bike is slow. There's stuff going on with the Supercar, but I'm trying to save it for a Supercar Saturday. There's stuff going on with the Duke, but I'm trying to save that until when I get the bike back next week. Caught you up on the chips. Not much has happened. I know this video is short, but it's better than no video. And I know that when I finish recording, I'm going to remember something important I needed to tell you. So, Twitter, Instagram, follow them if you're not. That's all I have to say. Well, I'm going to say goodbye and speed off at the same time, or try to. Watch how fast this bike is. Oh my gosh, I almost pulled a wheelie. That's the curb. Let's avoid that. Full throttle. Full throttle. Full throttle. I didn't even make it to 100. So slow. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.